Good morning and welcome to day 5 of NaNoWriMo. It is Saturday, November 5th. I'm gonna make, actually I don't know if I want, no, I'm gonna make some tea. I do want to make some tea. My IBS has been flaring up again and I think coffee is aggravating it. We're gonna stick with peppermint tea today. I wanna do a croissant. I got some croissants in my Whole Foods order yesterday. Okay, I'm just gonna go sit out here while that boils. Yes, so I'm gonna have a croissant and some tea and go get back in bed. Ooh, sun. It is before 10 a.m. on Saturday. I woke up at 9, which was fine. I slept 8 hours, but yeah, I woke up at 9 and just couldn't go back to sleep. I usually like to try to sleep in until 10 on Saturdays if I can. I might sleep in until 10 tomorrow, but yeah, so I'm up a little bit earlier than usual for me for a Saturday, but it is a beautiful morning. I have all of the windows open. You can see the sunlight coming in. It is cool. It is 57. It is gonna go up to 70 today, but that means we'll spend pretty much all day in the 60s. And it is 64 degrees in my apartment right now, which makes me very happy. So I'm in my cozy, snuggly Ted Baker dressing gown, and I've got my winter Soma pajamas underneath. I'm very comfy. I think today or tomorrow, even though it is gonna go back up to the mid 70s, I think today or tomorrow I want to get the suitcase out from under my bed and get out my duvet. That's where I keep my duvet in the summer, and the rest of my sweaters, and just get those. Actually, I might do that while my croissant toasts, because this weather feels so cool. I wanted to come and like lay the duvet out over my sofa under the ceiling fan with all this fresh air in here right now and just give it a good airing out. But it is also NaNoWriMo, so I want to do a lot of writing. I'd like to try to do at least 2,000 words each day, today and tomorrow, if not a little bit more. I ended up doing about, I think it was 2,300 yesterday, so I did over 2,000. So I'd love to do that again today, if not write a little bit more. But I also want to do some work in Babisco this weekend. Definitely gonna do some writing and some book stuff later. First, I am finishing up a book. I have been reading The Raven Song. There's 2 books, The Raven Spell and The Raven Song by Luann G. Smith, I think. I keep forgetting her name. But I've read the first one and now I'm almost done with the second one. I'm down to like last 45 minutes. So I think I'm gonna spend the morning drinking my tea, finishing that book, maybe starting a new one, and then I'll switch to writing. So yeah, but first I'm gonna get my tea brewing and get the croissant toasting and I'm gonna get my duvet and stuff out so that I can get that airing out, because I think that will be really, really nice. Alrighty, it is 1:50. It is 1:50 in the afternoon, so it's almost 2 o'clock. I'm just sitting down to write. I was doing some Babisco work in bed after I finished reading for the morning. Did about 30 minutes of work on the project, but not words that can be counted. But I'm playing around with the timeline feature on Babisco, and oh my gosh, it is amazing. So it's hard for me to show you without giving away stuff. Let me see if I can open up the test novel. Let me flip you guys around so that you can kind of see this too. Okay, I'm gonna try to give you guys my kind of eye view. So you guys are very, not that precariously, but you're propped up on a candle jar and my Starbucks water bottle. So we will set you there. So let's say that you are creating a scene in a chapter. Actually, first I need to, so I've created a character. Let's create a location. Phoenix house. So that's how you create a location. Really easy. Okay, so back to chapters. So this is what I did in the last video where I talked about Babisco. We created a scene. Once you've created a scene, so you're in here, you're writing your scene. So you've created your scene, you've edited your scene, you click save down here. And then you click back and it takes you out of the text box and just into the text of your screen. Down here, you'll see an option for tags. This is where the fun part happens. So you can decide what tense you're writing in. So limited, third person, first person, second person, whatever you want to do. You can say which character is the perspective from. So it's from the perspective of our main character. What characters appear in this scene. Right now I only have one character in this test file, but in my book, in Across the Pond 4, as I'm creating characters, I've got a list of characters, so I can just click on whichever character is in that scene. Same thing with, I've now got several locations, so I can click which location it's in. And then here's how the timeline feature works. So you decide what year it takes place in, what month it takes place in. We'll say November. We'll say November 5th because it's today. We'll say 1 p.m. because that's the time it is. And so you set the date, time, all of that. So then you click save, back. Now if we go over here to the timeline feature, we've got the scene, the title of the scene, what chapter it belongs to, what characters are in it, what location it is, and then it is Saturday, November 5th, 2022 at 1 p.m. As you create the rest of your scenes, even if you're creating them out of order, I don't know how this would work if you're doing flashbacks. So that might be something to look into further. I'm not doing flashbacks, so it's not a concern for me right now. But how this looks now, so I'm going to hold this up so that you can't see the scenes themselves, but you can see it starts on Wednesday. I've got some scenes now for Friday throughout the day, but I've got dates and times for all of my scenes. So as this is filling out, I'm now going to be able to keep a pretty good eye on where, like at a glance, where my scenes are located, who all is in them, what time of day, what day of the month, all of that it takes place on. Because in my outline, there are so many times where I just say next day or later that evening. And when you're still in chapter 1, chapter 2, that's easy to keep track of. But when you're in chapter 15 and you've written next day or a week later or later that evening a million times, it's really hard to keep track of like when it actually is, especially if you do jump forward by like a week or a month or something. This timeline feature is going to be fantastic because this is something I struggle with. The timeline feature is one of the ones that's only available in the supporters edition, which is the paid version, which is about 28 euros. which is about $28, maybe $30 at the most with the current exchange rate. There is a link to purchase the supporters edition in the description box. It is an affiliate link, FYI, so I will get a small commission if you make a sale, but it doesn't cost you any extra if you use the affiliate link. So yeah, I think I'm starting to feel like the timeline feature is probably worth the cost of the whole program. My other favorite feature are the character interviews. Those come in the free community edition. So if you just want the character stuff, you can just download it for free. The link to the website itself is in my description box as well, and then the affiliate link for purchasing the supporters edition. Yeah, loving it. So I've done that. I've been leaving Babisco open on my external monitor while I'm writing on my laptop screen in Scrivener. I'm thinking going forward, especially to be able to access or to benefit from the timeline feature, at the very least having my chapter summaries, which is kind of the outlines that I'm creating. So if I get up to 500 words or 750 words or 1,000 words, whatever I get up to, having those in Babisco so that I've got my chapter summaries with the timeline and the characters and locations, and to be able to see all of that kind of just by scrolling through the book is really going to be helpful. So yeah, I'm excited. Anyway, I need to get to writing because I do want to try. I'm aiming for 2,000 words today. So I've got a cheese stick. I've got a bowl of Chex Mix. I've got my water. You guys are still sitting on my water, so I've got my water. I'm gonna get my music turned back on. I've got my London candle going. I've got there's 3 roses left of the dozen that I bought a week and a day ago. So they're hanging in there. So I've got my roses and I've got my little furry desk critters. So everything is set up, basically. Everything is set up. And now I write. Okay, it is now 4 o'clock. I have not written as much as I was hoping, so I might try to do some more writing today, or later today, rather. I want to go for a hike again. If you watched the end of the last vlog, you'll have seen that I have gone for my first hike of the season over here at my local hiking parks. I loved it. I had so much fun, so I want to go do it again. I think it only really got up to 68 today, so it's lovely, and I want to go for a hike. So I need to go get changed and get all my stuff together and get out on the road. I'll probably just go for 45 minutes again, 45 minutes, something like that. But yeah, writing has gone well, or outlining I should say has gone well. I now have chapters 1 through 11 are over 500 words, and then chapter 23 and 24 are over 500 words. So it's really just chapter 12 through 22, so about 10 chapters that I have left to increase. And most of those chapters are already around like 300 something, so I'm only having to add like a couple hundred words to it. So I'm hoping by the end of tomorrow I can have everything up to at least 500, and then I'll make a decision if I want to just start writing or add more. But I'm currently at 12,160 words for my outline, and I did 1,732 in this writing session. I did stop and work on my timeline and adding my chapter and scene summaries into Babisco. So I now have the first 7 chapters. Yeah, I have the first 7 chapters summarized and broken down into scenes and sorted out into the timeline. And so my timeline is really filling out, and that it's really helpful to see that visually. For now, I need to go get changed and get on the road before it gets too late and go for a lovely hike, and I will take you all with me. Enjoying the cold face, enjoying the moment. I think I hiked for, 44 minutes. I did 1.28 miles. I am still watching an absolutely incredible moonrise. It's beautiful. So tried to get a couple pictures, tried to get it on camera for you guys in the video, and the sun is going down. It's very kind of cloudy and hazy off to the west, so it actually kind of diffused the sunlight just a little bit as I was hiking. These cool sunset hikes where my face just gets a little bit cold. Oh, it's so nice. And that doesn't even do it justice. It's amazing. It's incredible. And I always feel so good after a hike. Like, it just feels like this is the perfect way to end the day. Not that it's been a crazy day, it's been a really lovely day, but like I get to go home and heat up some more of my leftover chili and cozy up on the couch and probably watch a movie or something. But yeah, I'm still might do some book work, but I'm also, I don't know. Like I think I'm trying, I've been doing really well so far this week, the first few days of Nano, and I'm hitting my goal. I'm not exceeding it, but I'm hitting it. I mean, I'm exceeding it by a little bit, but I know some of you, because I'm following some of you guys on the website, I know some of you are well ahead. You're doing well over the standard daily goal, which is great. I'm loving that for you guys. And I kind of thought that was going to be me too. And I might get there towards the end. I think starting next week, like once I start writing and not outlining, my word count will probably pick up. But I feel like also I'm hitting my goal, and that's really good because I was worried I wasn't even going to meet my goal each day. So I don't really need to force myself to write beyond the goal. If I stick to right around 1,660 to 1,700 at the most on a daily basis, and if I finish with like maybe 51,000 instead of 50, I will be so happy with that for this month. Like that will be a huge success, because I'm doing a lot this month between keeping up with the vlogs and the YouTube channel and teaching full time and all the grading I'm doing. Writing, it's a lot. So like, I'm really busy, and I'm at a point in my life where I'm trying to not be busy. So I don't want to be torturing myself every day to write a ton. I'm happy to just kind of stick to the goal and just get through the month. So all of that is a long and rambly way of saying I might not do any book work tonight. I might just go home and take a night. Well, I'm going to go home and take a hot shower, but I might just, after my shower, just sit on the couch and watch TV and not open up my laptop again. And that will be okay, because I think with something like Nano, it's very easy to get caught up in what everyone else is doing and how many words everyone else is writing. And you're following people on the Nano website, or you're watching people's vlogs, or you're following them on Instagram, and everyone's updating their progress. And you don't know what those people's lives beyond what they're showing you is like. You don't know who is, really only focusing on Nano. They don't have anything else like occupying their time right now. I often have people comment on my videos like, you write so much, or you produce so much, I don't know how you get everything done. And to be fair, sometimes I wonder the same thing, because it's like, where is this time coming from? How am I getting this done? But I know a huge part of how I get a lot of it done is I'm not married, I don't have any kids, I don't have a pet, don't even have a goldfish. I have a plant. I have a plant now, and that's about it. I have a very flexible job that I do not work more than 40 hours a week on. My parents are retired, but they're still young enough and healthy enough that I'm not caring for them. So like, I have no dependents. I don't have a boyfriend. There's no one demanding my time. My writing and my YouTube channel, those are the only demands on my time. So that makes it easier for me than some to do as much writing as I do. So like, you don't know, unless someone's being honest about it, like I try to do, you don't know what people are dealing with, how busy or not busy they are. Some people, Nano is like their thing. And even though they do have a husband and kids and all of that, their family knows for this month, do not bother them. So there's just lots of different factors at play. Just because I work a full-time job, I work 40 hours a week, no more. I'm very strict about that. Other people with a full-time job, they work 50 or 60 hours. And if I worked 50 or 60 hours, I don't know how I'd find the time to write. So here is your long and rambly but friendly reminder to not compare yourself and your Nano progress to anyone else. If you are getting by, hitting the daily goal, but you're not exceeding and you're not already at like 15,000 words or something for the month, that is okay. That is more than okay. And if you are not even hitting 1,000 words a day, if you're managing 500 words a day, 200 words a day, that was my goal last November, 200 words a day. And I was very proud of myself when I hit those words. If you're getting 200 words a day, if you are getting 10 words a day, here is my reminder to you that that is good and that is something to celebrate. And you should be honoring the fact that you are sitting down at your desk or wherever you write and you are writing words. Whether it is 10 words or 10,000 words, you are writing words. That is something to be proud of. Okay. And rant. Motivational rant. Does such a thing exist? We're going to stop. I'm going to go, and I'm probably not going to write. I'm probably just going to go home and relax, because that's really what I want to do. And I will write tomorrow, and I will check with you guys then. But for now, I'm going to go home and take a nice hot shower, because I really need one. I need to wash my hair, and I'm just going to relax and have a nice cozy evening, and then get into my freshly made bed with my fluffy duvet tonight. I'm so glad I got all that stuff out. Okay, time to go home, and I will check with you guys in the morning. Good morning. It's late morning, but it's still morning. I am still in bed, as you can see, and I've been having a wonderfully slow and relaxing morning. I slept in. I got 9 hours of sleep. Not gonna lie, I'm feeling pretty rested. I'm just in my cozy dressing gown. I'm all snuggled up in bed among all the blankets and pillows. It is warming up today, which I'm a little bit irritated about, but it's not that unusual for November. Like, the last few days have been kind of colder than usual for early November, so I can't really complain. It's just been a really lovely morning so far. I have done a little bit of reading. So I have started reading The Guest List by Lucy Foley. I started this last night, or yesterday, so I've read a little bit more. So I want to do some more reading in that today. But first I need to edit a vlog, so I'm going to do that right now. And then I need to do my NaNoWriting. At some point I will probably move out to the other room, but for now I'm just really cozy in bed. Just gonna get some music on. Might put a YouTube video on my iPad while I edit on my laptop. That might be fun. Put on some sort of atmospheric ambiance video on my iPad or something and get editing. Okay, it is the end of the day. It is after 4:30. I have to go because I need to go for a walk. Not done my walk yet for the day, and I do not want to miss a walk. And I've got only about an hour before the sun sets. I'm just gonna walk around my neighborhood. I'm not gonna go for a hike. I want to, but A, do not have the time because the sun is setting in an hour, and B, I just think I need to stick to my neighborhood today. I've done my NaNoWriting for the day, which is fantastic. I'm super happy about that. I wrote, I can't remember, you'll have just seen it on the screen, but I did like 22 or 2,300 words. Bonus, every chapter now has 500 words or more. I might just start writing it. So come back for the next vlog, because, which will be Friday's vlog, to see if I keep outlining or if I decided to just start writing, because I'm kind of at the point where I think I'm gonna just start writing. Yeah, it's going really well. I'm excited. I'm excited to start writing it. I think I want to spend some time tomorrow reading back through the outline and looking through it one more time and just making sure that I'm happy with everything and that I am ready to start writing. But with my outlining method, I'm not just outlining, I am kind of discovery writing. It might not be a bad idea to keep increasing the outline, starting to write the outline in a little bit more detail, because it lets me see, like, is this scene actually working or not? Whereas if I wait until I'm just writing that scene and I've already written everything else. So yeah, I guess that is the reason to keep building the outline. So I don't know. we'll see. I'll make a decision tomorrow to come back to the next vlog. But I'm gonna wrap this vlog up here because I've already imported the footage from yesterday of this 2-day vlog. And yeah, I had an hour of footage from yesterday, not even counting today's footage. And these vlogs were supposed to be only 30 minutes, but as you've noticed from the first 2 Nano vlogs, they are creeping upwards to 33 and 35 minutes. I'm trying to keep them for sure below 35 minutes, but even that has been a struggle. So I need to stop vlogging so much and remind myself that I can just kind of vlog only a minute or so of footage from a day during Nano and just not have every day be a full vlog. Sorry if they've been a little long for you guys, but I don't know. The stats on day 1 and 2 are looking pretty good. You guys seem to be enjoying it and no one has complained about it being a little bit longer. So let me know if you do want longer Nano vlogs. Let me know. I can definitely oblige that. I'm gonna wrap this one up here because I know I've got enough footage from the 2 days. So I will take you with me on my walk and I will share my cozy evening here at home tonight, but I'm gonna wrap up the vlog here. So if you enjoyed this vlog, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed, all of that great stuff. Our question of the vlog, I don't know, let's just do a check-in because this will go up quite a ways into Nano. So for those of you who are doing Nano, how are you doing? How has your Nano been? Are you doing well with your word count? All of that good stuff. So just give me a Nano project update, especially if we're not following each other on the Nano website. If you are not doing Nano, just let me know in general. How are you doing? How is your November treating you so far? Just give me a general update for you all. And yeah, I will see you all very soon in the next vlog. Thank you very much for watching this one. Bye. Now let's go for a walk.
Thank you.